Good morning, Eagles. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Thurston.
On today's Eagle Report,
We get the first Menoch Monday of 2025.
and we spotlight a special teacher.
All this and more in today's edition of the Eagle Report.
Welcome to another episode of the Eagle Report. I'm Kenny.
And I'm Lila. Here's today's news.
Attention, singers, dancers, and actors. Auditions for the spring musical are on January 14th and 15th. You must register online to audition. Music, choreography, and information can be found on the Drama Club website.
Brendan Kornacki is helping the community for his Eagle Project by collecting new winter gear for families in need. With help of Redford Goodfellows and Michigan State Police and you, we can make sure our community is warm this winter.
There will be an esports spring season kickoff meeting on Monday, January 13th from 2:45 until 3:30 in the esports room 608. If you are unable to attend but still want to join, please see Coach Herbst.
Menoch Monday is back. Last week, former President Jimmy Carter's funeral was held, and many former living presidents were in attendance. A photo went viral that many people were commenting on. Let's see what Mr. Menoch thought of it.
So there's a picture going around from former President Jimmy Carter's funeral in which you have all of the former living presidents and the vice president seated together. And it's very symbolic of a picture that was done at Nixon's funeral where they did the same thing and had the most presidents together at one time. But it reminds me something about the U.S. and the presidents in general, which is that regardless of what people feel about them while they are president, the way that they've worked after they've left office has shown how much the country means to them and how strong the country actually is. Jimmy Carter himself is a really good example of this in that a lot of people did not think of him as a great president at the time, but now think of him as one of the greatest former presidents for all the work he did to end homelessness and to provide peace in areas of the world since then. If you look at each of these individuals, regardless of what you thought of them and their policies at the time, the way that they've conducted themselves, the way that they can work together now since they've been out of office, shows how much the country means to them and shows how strong the country actually is when we get away from the politics a little bit. So that's my take on that picture.
This year is Super Bowl 59, which leads us to today's trivia question. What Roman numerals represent the number 59? The answer is LIX. Congrats to Miss Heard's home base.
Last Friday, the girls' basketball team dominated Garden City on Friday with an impressive 64-19 victory. The girls are back tomorrow in action at home against Detroit CMA.
On Saturday, the boys basketball team faced a tough challenge and unfortunately lost to Belleville with a final score of 58-36. The boys are off until Friday, where they will play Crestwood at home.
The wrestling team finished 5th at the Fitzgerald High School tournament. Congratulations to Gregory Nobles on the first place finish.
Congratulations to Barry Jackson. He finished with a first place high game in the Wayne County Championships. Barry rolled an astonishing 288 and had the front 10 strikes. Way to go, Barry. There will be a bowling meet tomorrow, January 14th at Romulus Lanes at 3 p.m. Come out to support your Eagles. Here at CHTV, we thought it would be a great idea to spotlight a teacher we all love. Today, we spotlight Miss Aguilar, better known to most as Miss A. Recently, Miss A made the move to teaching freshmen. To see how that move has gone for her, here's Ariana with the report.
I've always loved school, and I've always loved just the idea of teaching. I didn't really know what I wanted to teach. If you've ever had me in class, you've heard my story that I actually went to school to be a Spanish teacher. And if you're ever in my class, I'll tell you a really funny story of how that did not work out for me. But I've always really liked science, and I'm really glad that being a science teacher was the path that I chose. It's been really good. I like being downstairs. I like being in 500 Hall. A lot of you don't know this, but I actually started downstairs. I taught down here for 7 years, and so I actually was only in 100 Hall for 4 years. So I moved upstairs during COVID when everyone was virtual. So I came back downstairs actually in the classroom that I started teaching in at Thurston this year. The biggest difference between teaching freshmen and juniors and seniors is freshmen are still getting used to high school and learning what credits are and learning how to do school and how high school works in general, where things are and just how the whole process of school works. Juniors and seniors, you guys have that figured out. Now you guys are trying to figure out what to do after this. You guys are figuring out what does life look like after high school. You're figuring out letters of recommendation. Are you going to go to college? Are you going to do a trade school? Are you going right into work? You guys are managing jobs and school and driver's ed and all of these other things. So it's just different, but it's still teaching teenagers and I still love it. Outside of the classroom, I have 3 small boys. So I have a 5-year-old who's in kindergarten this year, and then I have twin 2-year-olds at home. So my life is pretty busy outside of school, but it's also really fun and really loud. And so when I leave Thurston, I just turn into a mom that you'll probably see at Costco. So you can say hi, it's okay. And if you don't say hi, that's okay too.
It's birthday time.
Yesterday's birthdays were Christian Gardner, Miracle Harden, Angel Henderson, Nathaniel Hill, Kiesia Jenkins, and Gioma Oshua.
Today's birthdays are Gabrielle Fletcher and Kennedy Sanders. Happy birthday. Thanks for tuning in for today's Eagle Report.
We're going to take a break on Wednesday, but we'll be back this Friday.
Have a great week, Thurston.
Stay warm
And don't forget to soar.